What's going on, guys? This is Justin coming here at you doing NFL Week 4 Pick'em. Actually made this video yesterday, like last night at around 7 or so. But for some reason it didn't upload, so I'm making it again. I went 9-7 last week, not too great. Overall record is 28-20. Trying to improve on that. So we'll start off with the first game. We have the Detroit Lions at the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys aren't going to have Miles Austin back yet, I don't think. Detroit's been playing pretty decent, but I do have to take Dallas at home to win this one. Tony Romo should be healthier, and Felix Jones is doing pretty good as well. So I'm taking Dallas to win that one. Next game, we have the New Orleans Saints traveling to Jacksonville. No question here, I am taking the Saints over the Jaguars. Should be a pretty easy game for them. Next game, we have the Washington Redskins traveling to St. Louis. St. Louis, I thought they were going to be, decent this year. Maybe a 10-16, maybe a 9-7 or something like that, but they haven't showed up so far. I'm going to take the Washington Redskins to win this one on the road against St. Louis. Next game we have San Francisco 49ers traveling to Philadelphia. NFC West teams do not do well when they travel to the East Coast. And Philly, it was announced today that Michael Vick is going to be starting, or so he says he is. So I'm taking Philadelphia at home to win this one. They should be able to dictate this game pretty well through the air, on the ground, any way they want. So I'm taking Philly at home. Next game we have Minnesota Vikings going to Kansas City. Gotta take Minnesota on the road. I would like to see Kansas City win, but Matt Castle and Dwayne Bowe, Jamal Charles is out. They haven't really done much, so I'm taking Minnesota to win this one on the road against Kansas City. Next game we have the Buffalo Bills, highest scoring team in the league. Nobody saw that. Traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals at home. We'll be taking the Bills in this one after that win over New England. It was a really, really good game. I do think Bill Belichick cost his team the opportunity to come back and win that one, but I am going to be taking Buffalo on the road to win this one. Moving on, next game we have the Carolina Panthers against the Chicago Bears at home. Cam Newton started out hot, didn't look too great last week, but I will be taking the Chicago Bears at home. Should be a pretty, I don't want to say easy game, but Chicago should be able to dictate this one on the ground with Matt Forte. And I do think that Cam Newton will have decent numbers. He's going to have to put it up in the air, but I think Chicago is going to take this one. Next game we have Pittsburgh versus Houston Texans at home. This is going to be one of the best games, if not the best game of the week. It's a really hard one to call. I am going to be taking Houston at home, however, to beat Pittsburgh. I think Houston, good team with Schaub, Andre Johnson. Arian Foster is supposed to be starting, I believe, which is kind of a mistake. I think Ben Tate and Derek Ward have looked pretty good in his absence, but, we might get to see him re-injure himself, which is not a great thing, but moving on, we have the Tennessee Titans traveling to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns. I am taking Tennessee to win this one. It's the Matt Hasselbeck show, surprisingly, in Tennessee, after he left my Seahawks. Chris Johnson has done absolutely nothing. I do expect him to finally reach the 100-yard milestone this week against Cleveland on the road. I think Tennessee will get off to an early start, get that early lead, and then let Chris Johnson pound away. So I'm taking Tennessee to win this one on the road. Next game, we have the Atlanta Falcons versus my Seattle Seahawks. I actually picked against my Seattle Seahawks last week for just pick purposes. But I will be taking Atlanta to win this one. Can't pick the Hawks. Atlanta hasn't looked too good either. But, you know, Atlanta not looking good is still better than the Seahawks pulling out a slim victory. So we'll be taking the Atlanta Falcons. Next game, we have the New York Giants at the Arizona Cardinals. Tough game to call. I'm going to be taking the Giants, however. They looked decent, even in the absence of Hakeem Nicks. I think his name is Victor Cruz. Got 2 touchdowns, which was pretty embarrassing. It was kind of the the talk of football that he could score against the so-called dream team and the backfield safeties and corners of Philadelphia. But I will be taking the Giants to win this one on the road against Arizona. Next game, we have the lock of the week, Green Bay versus Denver. Denver is traveling to Lambeau. Pretty easy game for Green Bay. I think their defense should explode in this game and just take over the game. Might see a little bit more groundwork from Green Bay, but you never know. Probably not. Next game, we have Miami traveling to San Diego. Miami has looked horrible this year. Can't decide. Do we want to go with Reggie Bush? Do we want to go with Daniel Thomas? Hasn't made a difference so far because they're 0-3. So I will be taking San Diego to win this one. Don't know if Antonio Gates will be back yet for San Diego, but regardless, I am taking San Diego at home. Next game, we have the New England Patriots coming off that harsh loss to the Bills versus the Oakland Raiders. I am taking New England on the road to beat the Raiders. I think Brady's going to come back with a vengeance after throwing those 4 picks. And I do believe that they will take this game in dominating fashion. So moving on to the Sunday night game, we have the New York Jets at the Baltimore Ravens. Going to be a good game, I think. I am going to take the Baltimore Ravens to win this one. Although in one of my leagues, I am playing... I think I'm playing Mark Sanchez this week. Maybe not. I'm confused now. But I will be taking Baltimore to win this one at home on the Sunday night game. And finally, the Manningless Indianapolis Colts travel to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. I am taking the Buccaneers to win this one. Josh Freeman should have a pretty decent game against the horrible Indianapolis Colts, who have no offense and not a very good defense as well. So I am taking Tampa Bay to win this one at home. I'm hoping I do better than 9-7 this week. We shall see. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.